Jama'a masu kallon ƙauren Gwandu Television, Assalamu alaikum, barkamu da warhaka, barkamu da sake saduwa da ku a cikin wani shiri na musamman. A yau ga mu majalisar dokoki ta jihar Kebbi, inda kowane lokaci daga yanzu mai girma gwamnan jihar Kebbi, Comrade Dr. Nasir Idris Ƙauren Gwandu zai zo domin ya ba da wato ƙudurin kasafin kuɗin shekara ta 2025 insha Allahu a zauren taro na wannan majalisar. Da fatar za ku biyo mu domin ku ga yadda wannan bukin zai kasance.
The right honorable speaker, Kebbi State House of Assembly, and the members of Kebbi State House of Assembly, members of State Executive Council, our chairman of our Progressive Congress, Kebbi State and the Voting Committee. Other members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon all. Right Honorable Speaker, before I present Kebbi State People budget, let me seize this opportunity to appreciate the House leadership and other members for giving us this very noble opportunity to present 2025 budget to People's Assembly. While I say People's Assembly is, we have never brought anything that affects the people of Kebbi State that House did not attend to it. And also to thank you for the cooperation that exists between the legislative and the executive. I have to thank you. I want to present the budget. Mr. Speaker, I came once again before this hallowed chamber to fulfill my constitutional duty to present before the Honorable House the proposed 2025 revenue and expenditure estimates. Mr. Speaker, I will first and foremost thank this House under your able leadership for the harmonious working relationship that has existed between the executive and the legislature since I assumed office 19 months ago. In these 19 months since I took my oath of office of the governor of Kebbi State, we have recorded many achievements. These achievements have only been possible because of the cast iron support that this humble House of Assembly has given my administration. It will be the service for me to continue these remarks without expressing my most profound thanks to you and your honorable colleagues for your continued support. Without doubt, this support will inspire my administration to continue to deliver all the campaign promises I made when we solicit for vote from Kebbi State citizens. I must also commend this House for the speedy passage of the 2024 supplementary budget in addition to the numerous bills that you have given speedy consideration and passage for my assent. These bills currently being implemented are already yielding fruit for the good people of Kebbi State. Mr. Speaker, we have been able to maintain payment of workers' remuneration and the government running for such that the machinery of government has worked well. We have also continued the payment of pension and gratuities in our bid to maintain the social welfare of retirees within the states. Mr. Speaker, Kebbi State under my leadership is only one of 7 states in the entire federation that has no pension or gratuity arrears owed to any worker. We will continue in this line, inshallah, by God's grace, as the welfare of our workers is paramount importance to this administration. Mr. Speaker, in our short time in Kebbi State under my leader, my administration has been able to invest in renewing critical infrastructure, primarily roads, schools, just as our mainstay of agriculture, health has taken its pride of place. We have distributed fertilizer and farm input to maintain food security. We have empowered over 65,000 people with 100,000 grants in trying times. This is first in the history of this our states. I will be making similar trips in fulfillment of my promise to bring resources for the development of Kebbi State from anywhere in the world. The 2025 budget has foolishly trust and to attract as much as foreign direct investment in all our economic sector and endeavors. The provision of security to the citizens of Kebbi State is our great concern and priority to this government. We will continue to expand as such much necessary and all that is required to ensure that the lives and the well-being of our citizens is being secured. Likewise, in our bid to ensure clean drinking water to our citizenry, we will, as part of 2025 spending plans, construct boreholes around the state and continue to electrify towns and villages for the sum of about 1 billion. We have equally planned to support and place the Kebbi Geographical Information System, KEBI-GIS, in good state for its primary activity for computerization of land records. Major reforms around land administration will ensure that we have enough revenue to actualize our dreams. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it is worthy to mention and to add that Kebbi State government will, as part of our 2025 spending plans, rehabilitation of Kokum-Mahutadawe Road as a matter of urgency to ensure that our citizens who play that road will enjoy the advantage of good infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, if you recall, vividly last year we have presented that we are going to take a loan to construct that road. But because of that road is federal government road, it's not a state government road. So there are procedures that has to be followed to ensure that all is well. And as I stand here before you, Mr. Speaker, I want to tell you that the last paper that we are waiting in order to avoid the litigation is out. So government of Kebbi State will announce a date that will plug off to that road by God grace. Mr. Speaker, I'm also delighted to inform you that the payment of scholarship fees for Kebbi State indigenous studying at various institutions across the country will continue as a part of our 2025 spending plans. Before I proceed to give the highlight of the proposed 2025 revenue and expenditure estimate, it is appropriate, Mr. Speaker, for me to share with you, with your chamber, that the fiscal ranking of Kebbi State as published by budget as an independent non-governmental organization that tracks spending and the physical position of the 36 states of the Federation. Of the 6 indices measured by budget, all 6 have been recorded improvement of our 2023 ranking. In the year 2024, we have moved from 12th place from 28th position in our overall physical ranking. In the index that measures our dependence on federal revenue, we also moved from 7th place. This did not come as a surprise to us because under my administration we have grown the IGR of the state by 40%. From 8 to 11 billion naira. This means that we have jumped noteworthy 20 places in the ranking of states that grew their IGR. I have no doubt that this trend will continue because we will maintain the tempo on the judicious and competent use of resources for the deployment while maintaining fiscal responsibility. We have also jumped from 4th place from 8th to number 4 position in the country among states that have more revenue for investing in capital expenditure in the same period. We jumped from 21 to number 6 in the federation among states that give priority to investing in capital expenditure. Again, this comes as no surprise to us, and this will continue to help us as well bridge the infrastructural deficit in our dear state. Mr. Speaker, as I begin to present the highlight of this proposed 2025 budget, I must emphasize that we are beginning to turn a corner from the impact of the removal of fuel subsidy in our finances. This budget is part to a renew and reinvigorate economy as we begin in our heavy journey after the removal of petrol subsidy. We ambition a stronger and a fit for purpose heavy economy built on the foundation of this budget, a foundation of aeronomics that emphasizes social protection, critical infrastructure, provision, and agricultural productivity. Mr. Speaker, the 2025 budget of economic and infrastructural consolidation is hinged on indices that cautiously optimistic as we recognize that Nigerian economy is still battling with a high level of inflation. Oil prices are benchmarked on $75 per barrel with an exchange rate of 1,500 to US dollar. Inflation is estimated to be at 27%. The 2025 budget is guided by the strategic objective of the State Development Plan 2022 to 2027, which will revise to a 10-year plan 2025 to 2035. That plan will improve governance by focusing on institutional reforms through accountability, rule of law, transparency, efficiency that deliver quality social service delivery in Kebbi State. This budget also aims to enhance agriculture and the mineral resources productivity through access to improve technologies, finance, and the service to increase income generation and provide food security and poverty reduction. It also aims to improve the livelihood of youth and women in an inclusive manner through job creation and social economic empowerment that delivers social progress and transformation. Mr. Speaker, the proposed 2025 Kebbi State budget of economic infrastructural consolidation is in the sum of 580,327,469,023 naira 80 kobo only. Of the proposed revenue statutory allocation coming from the Federation account are estimated in the sum of 235,260,910 naira for 66 kobo. Internal generated revenue as estimated in the sum of 25,979,753,684.00. Of that figures, recurrent expenditure account for 127,386,651.98 kobo. The recurrent expenditure figures are broken down to personnel costs 57,093,148,707.33 kobo. while overhead costs are 70 billion 216 million 337,944 naira point 65 kobo. Capital expenditure are in the sum of 453 billion 17 billion 982,371.82 kobo. Mr. Speaker, as part of our legislative agenda, we will be sending legislation in the 2025 year on improving the ease of doing business indices. We will also implementing massive changes in the justice sector to ensure that we keep the state safe and friendly for investment. Recognizing also that we cannot leave infrastructure development solely in the urban areas, we will kick off the operation of Rural Road Agency just as State Roads Fund will come into full operation to fund the activities of the agency. Mr. Speaker, this budget of economic and infrastructural consolidation is one pit for the present just as prepare us for the future. This budget that met our challenges, this budget that guarantee opportunities in the face of difficulties and challenges. This is budget that grow the economic and separate prosperity. This is budget built on our economics. This is a budget fit for purpose and a fit for all citizens of Kebbi. From Ingasti to Abgi, from Nandi to Zulu, this is a budget to continue the good work we have started. I commend it to this Honorable House for its consideration and speedy passage. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and God bless Kebbi State and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Wannan shekara ta 2025 mun shirya da ayyuka na ci gaba da kuma ayyukan da ake yi don a tabbatar da cewa an gama su. Ba za mu bar aiki ba, aiki har wanda mun ka gada muna nan mun shiga cikin su domin mu gama su domin jama'a su ci gaba da amfani da su. To muna nan muna yi kuma ba za mu fasa ba. Wannan kasafin kuɗi na 2025 in Allah ya yarda mutanen jiha za su dara. Za a taimaka ma matasa waɗanda ba su da ayyukan yi da mata da kuma za a ci gaba da empowerment waɗanda ake yi na tabbatar da cewa an taimaki al'ummar jiha. Hanyar koko zuwa Dabai in za ka tuna bara mun yi wannan magana. To da yake wannan hanya ba hanyar jiha ce ba hanyar federal government ce. Amma duk da haka da Allah ya kaddari lokacin da muka yi alƙawarin za mu yi da ba a ba mu takardu federal government ba ta ba mu dama mu yi ba. Amma yanzu sun ba da dama kuma sun ce mu je mu ci gaba da aiki. Saboda haka yanzu za mu yi bidin na kanhunna domin mu tabbatar da cewa ba da ɓata lokaci ba an je an yi wannan hanya. Majalisa ta ba da dama. Bara na ce mun sa shi ko da ba mu da kuɗin da za mu iya yin wannan aikin. Za mu ci bashi mu biya mu ba kanhunna su je su yi wannan aikin. Saboda haka cin bashi ba illa ne a gwamnati ba. Provided za a nuna abin da an kai da wannan kudin. Saboda haka mu wannan gwamnati kamar da muka yi ta faɗa ko yace gwamnati al'ummar jiha Kebbi ce ba za mu yi ƙarar aiki ba. In mun ce mun yi aiki a dole kai na aje dole kai na za a ga aikin. In mun ce mun yi aiki a saka ba aje za a gani. In mun ce mun yi aiki a kan yiwa an kaje za a gani. Saboda haka ba za mu abinda muke iyawa shine za mu yi. Wanda ba mu tsaya ba mu masa shi cikin wajen ba za mu iya jiwa irin waɗannan manyan ayyukan sai gwamnati tarayya. To saboda haka in Allah yarda kamar yadda mun kai mutane a kawalin za mu tabbatar da cewa mu yi musu ayyuka na alheri za a yi wannan ayyukan in Allah yarda.
To jama'a masu kallon Ƙauren Gwandu Television kun dai ga yadda ƙudurin kasafin kuɗin da mai girma gwamnan jihar Kebbi Comrade Dr. Nasiru Ƙauren Gwandu ya shigo a majalisar wato dokoki ta jihar Kebbi a yau Laraba 18 ga watan 12 shekara ta 2025, a inda mai girma gwamnan jihar Kebbi ya wato miƙa kusan kasafin kuɗi na sama da naira biliyan 580 waɗanda yake son ya wato inda amincin majalisa za a yi amfani da su a wannan shekarar da za mu shiga ta 2025. Da fatar wannan bukin ya ƙayatar, kuma fatar mu nan shine Allah shi jagora da wato gwamnan jihar Kebbi Comrade Dr. Nasir Idris Kauran Gwandu, a madadin hukumar gudanarwa ta Kauran Gwandu Television, sai abokin aiki na Malam Muhammad Sanusi Coach Shatima Aliyu Haliru, Kauran Gwandu Television.